This Sunday morning, Tour Time takes us to a home you can own in Glen Abbey. And we visit the hills of Kingswood once again. Tony Visconti talks Bella, plus a big welcome to folks that are new. Micah, our geomaster, and we welcome Build It with Bruce Rousseau. Designing Texas starts now. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jocelyn Whtie, and welcome to this edition of Designing Texas. Our motto is Upscale Living with a Down Home Heart. As you heard earlier, we have a packed show for you today, and we begin with one of the most beautiful homes in Dallas, and that's according to Dee Magazine. It's also one of the top 10 homes in the United States, and that is from Clientele Luxury, so you know it's going to be a very special place. It's not only a home you can own, it's tour time.
40 Braywood is probably the most exciting house that I've ever been in. It was designed with nature as its primary element. So when you walk in any room, you basically see the outdoors. They had so many architects on this. You know, that Graham Greene, the main architect who won an AIA award for this house. Then they had a lighting architect, and they had a landscape architect and an interior designer, and then of course the builder was Joe Kane, who is phenomenal. He does great work. This lot is situated on the creek. It's in Glen Abbey, and it's on the estate side, which means it's a lot of land. It's 1.05 acres, but really when you count all the way to the creek, it's an acre and a half. And then there's 10 acres beyond it.
When you walk in the front door, the first thing that came to my mind was, and a river runs through it.
Really, who has a creek that runs under your house and comes out the other side? It's incredible. My favorite spaces are probably the media room, which is also a library. With the push of a button, you turn it into a media room. The black velvet curtains close and the screen comes down. It's very heavily insulated for sound abatement. I love the rooftop deck. Sitting out there with a glass of wine in the evening, you truly do feel like you're in the hill country.
What about the master suite?
I think one of the coolest features to talk about, though, that nobody has. When she gets up on her side of the bed and steps on the floor, it sets off certain lighting to light her way to her powder bath. The living room, with its close to 30-foot ceilings, floor-to-ceiling glass. Again, you look out one of the 5 water features on the property, the biggest waterfall. I mean, it just really takes your breath away. And the natural products they have in the house, I've never seen a house where it really took advantage of nature like it did. Kitchen is, I think, really truly ahead of its time with the stainless steel countertops all the way around it for prep area. It's got so many bells and whistles in it, but it's pretty as well. Well, the wine room itself, it holds 2,000 bottles, and it's down at the bottom of the spiral staircase, but it also has elevator access, so if you're taking down cases of wine, you can use the elevator.
That spiral staircase is a work of art.
The builder and the architect referred to it as the spine of the home. It's really probably the most outstanding feature of the home. It was built by a shipbuilder in Wisconsin. It was shipped to Dallas in pieces and assembled. It's just striking, but when you get to the very top, to the rooftop deck, which is the 4th floor, you can look down through the center, and there is a statuary holding gems and crystals that's uplit.
One of the most eye-catching things to me is that negative edge pool.
It was written up in May by Dee Magazine, so it is pretty fascinating. It's got a negative edge on 2 sides, and you know, the negative edge pools have to have a trough for the water to go in. They filled their trough with crushed black rock, so the water looks like it's just going into the ground, but it's really going into a trough, but you just can't see it because it's all that black rock. It's real special. The drive-up appeal on this house is really subtle. When they built this house, I don't think the architectural committee of this gated community, they weren't doing anything contemporary. And I think they really had to modify the front where it did not really translate as contemporary as the house is. But I think one of the most special things that when you get out of your car, immediately getting on the sidewalk, you have a little creek running along next to you. I mean, who has that?
Who would make a great resident for the home?
You know, this neighborhood is known for having a lot of top executives, major corporations, athletes, people that really crave privacy. This is a 24/7 guarded gatehouse. I see it being somebody pretty sophisticated that has a real sense of taste. I had somebody tell me recently that mansions are a dime a dozen, but homes this special are very, very unique.
Gorgeous place. Wish I had 8 million. Still to come, the hills of Kingswood, and we've got some new folks to welcome to Designing Texas.
I'm Tony Visconti with Bella Custom Homes. I've been building luxury custom homes in the Metroplex for over the past 25 years. Build-to-suits is what we specialize in. The same quality and craftsmanship goes into each and every house we build, regardless of the size or the price. And here's one of our longtime vendors. Hello, today we're with Steve Box, National Windows and Doors. And Steve supplies for us an excellent window product that we've been using on all our houses for years now. Steve, tell us about these Lincoln windows and doors. It's a great product. We love them. We put them in every house.
Thank you, Tony. We love them too. Lincoln has been around since 1947. I personally worked with them for over 25 years. They're a high-end wood window manufacturer. What we've got here is a wood window on the inside, so beautiful, almost furniture finish on the interior to be stained or painted. And then the great thing on the exterior, you have an aluminum cladding, so you take that beautiful wood window and protect it with aluminum on the exterior, so you don't have any maintenance, have to worry about any rotting, any repainting for the life of the window. So that works out great, and one of the reasons Tony uses it.
Now, Steve, what I love about these windows, it could be 100 degrees out in a summer day, and you can walk up with a west-facing sun and stand right up to this window, and you don't feel the heat. Tell us how that is.
It really is a great glass. It's Cardinal 366 glass, which actually means it has 3 coatings of low E to reflect the sun's heat. What that allows you to do is it blocks up to 95% of the UV rays that fade your furniture and carpets. So that'll really protect everything in the beautiful home. It really does change the heat level in the house. When you walk by a window, you won't even hardly feel the sun's heat.
Lincoln Windows and Doors. They're an incredible product. We love them. We put them in every house. And Steve has a great company. He does great service for our company, and we've enjoyed working with him for years now.
Thank you.
Our second vendor for today is Frisco Wholesale Lumber. They're a lumber company that's been in the Metroplex for about 30 years now. They're an excellent company, and we've had the pleasure of doing business with them for over 15 of those 30 years. Our salesman is Matt Zellner. He's a great guy, and we've been having a very good relationship with him from the beginning. What we like most about Frisco Wholesale Lumber is the quality of their lumber. We like to use Doug fir in all of our homes, and you can see we don't have finger joint studs here. It's all Douglas fir. It's a great product, it's a superior product, and we like to put that in our house. The quality of Frisco Wholesale Lumber is their response time. We can call them immediately and they get whatever we need out to the job site. We don't slow up production. Also, the quality of their service and their lumber is what makes a project run smooth and clean. So one of the beautiful things about Frisco Wholesale Lumber is they're one of the many ingredients that you need to build a quality home. From the structure, the frame, which is one of the most important pieces, to the sheetrock, paint, insulation, it's the skeleton of the house. So for more information on how to build a beautiful home for you, please feel free to call Tony at Bella Custom Homes, 214-232-3690, and we'll be happy to walk you through and build a house for you.
massive, ivy-covered stone beauty has 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, and views, spectacular views from every room. Dee Evans of the Dee Evans Group with Ebby Halliday is the realtor, and she raves about this extraordinary place. Pick out some of your favorite things among those little extras.
The dining room is incredible. It looks like wallpaper.
When you walk in and you have the foyer and the grand staircase, it has a big feel, but still feels cozy.
Yes, the owner said that she talked specifically to the builder about how to bring down the greatness of those rooms with those huge barrel ceilings. And the builder took every feel that they wanted in that house and incorporated it in the stone and in the brickwork. You can feel what they were wanting to express in this home. I could see a family that wanted their kids out of the city and get to explore nature.
If you'd like to review anything you see on today's show, just go to our website at designingtx.com. That's designingtx.com.
Restless leg syndrome runs in families. Help end restless leg syndrome for future generations by becoming a member of the RLS Foundation. More strength, more knowledge, more hope for a cure. Visit rls.org.
What do you see when you look in the mirror? Is your tummy pooching over? And no matter how much dieting or exercise you do, nothing works? Maybe you want a little or a lot more, or maybe a little less of a cup size. Do you see some extra jiggle under your arms or thighs that make you feel insecure? Dr. Robert True is triple board certified and specializes in making you feel beautiful from the inside out. Call today for your free consultation. No matter what you see, the solution can be found at TrueMD.
Hey everybody, I'm Jocelyn Whtie, and welcome to the Hills of Kingswood. We're always at home right here. John Zazelka is one of the developers of the Hills of Kingswood, and usually he's my co-anchor, if you will, but today he's the subject, as we once again turn to John to give us the scoop of what's happening at the Hills. Now, last month, he talked about his vision, his dream, and how it's all coming true. Today, he discusses the timeline. Here's John.
Timeline, we're probably still have another 5 to 8 years to go because we run all the way to Lake Louisville. So where everybody sees now is only a portion of the property. And some of that 50% that we've developed is smaller. So we really have some tremendous property going all the way to the lake and rolling and hilly. And again, we're going to have homes that are going to have views that are phenomenal. You know, that we're backing onto the Army Corps of Engineers, so we're surrounded by trees. And when you get up in some of those homes, almost any of the homes, because the land luckily rolls from about 660-foot elevation down to just under 600 feet of elevation.
I love the topography. You know, I went to college in East Texas where there's a lot of rolling hills and big tall pine trees. A little different than it is in East Texas, but I do like the fact that it's not completely flat, like a lot of my friends out in Lubbock would say.
As a builder in the Hills of Kingswood, what I'm interested in is what the clients want. It may be a large lot, it may be a smaller lot, it may be a flat lot, it may be a lot with a lot of topography and challenges.
It also has a breeze, so even on these hot, miserable summer days that Texas has, which by the way is much better than the cold. We are doing what we call phase 3A and 3B, which is, we'll actually start that probably the next 90 to 120 days.
Well, phase 3 is going to be 71 lots altogether in 2 different phases. They're going to be at about 100 foot wide by about 130 to 150 feet deep.
And this will be the opportunity for people to also buy a home designed by one of our wonderful architects, and we have, say, 12, and we have 12 custom builders. So they'll be building some homes that'll be available to them probably in about a year and a half. To build a custom home takes a year and a half to 2 years.
The new phase 3, the one that we don't have it quite designed fully yet, but it's going to be a transitional style house as well. The outside's going to be more stucco and stone. I see the buyer in that one as somebody, a young couple with a young family, young kids. It's just such a beautiful area.
You have families that are now become empty nesters and they're going from a 10,000 square foot house and they want to downsize to maybe 4 or 5. They want to have a 3-car garage. They want to be able to have a gated community where they can just sit there and feel pretty comfortable. And
we encourage people to look at it as their lifelong place to live. And we know that people also work hard for their money, and we wanted to establish something of value that would increase in value.
The Hills of Kingswood is one of the premier luxury home communities in the Frisco area. Not only is it a gated community, which offers the security so many people are looking for, the thing I love about the Hills of Kingswood is the variety that it offers. It offers large estate lots backing up to green belts. It offers large estate lots on the interior. It offers more modest sized lots that will accommodate most any size budget that most people are looking for.
It's very well sought after. Everybody wants to be in a gated community, of course. I mean, absolutely, if you can. And these lots out here are spectacular. So if you can get in a gated community, this is where everybody wants to be.
this will be a family-oriented neighborhood. I mean, most of the people here are building their dream house.
We know it'll take a year to 2.5 years to build their dream home, but rent in the area, whether it's an apartment or a single-family home, or perhaps you'll buy a home from one of our builders that's a smaller home because you know you're building value. And that just occurred, by the way. In the last 45, 60 days, one of our lot buyers is going to be 2.5 years building a fabulous house on the viewed lots. So she bought a home that's existing from one of our builders, and now she can get to her own dream home within a minute.
Thanks so much, John. You know, next month we're going to talk about why this is such a special place to live, one of the most exciting places in the whole state of Texas. And that's because Frisco is growing. It's a boom town, big time. And we'll talk about that next month. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, we're at home here in the hills of Kingswood. We want you to be too. Sharon Webb is our go-to gal in the hills of Kingswood, so stop by, get a personal tour of our community, and let Sharon introduce you to the spectacular home sites we have available. You too can be at home in the hills of Kingswood. Give her a call to set up your appointment. Designing Texas continues. We've got some new folks, new segments to welcome to the show today. Some of it in our home and garden section, some in our lifestyle. We begin with Bruce Russo, and we call his segment, Build It with Bruce.
Hi, I'm Bruce Russo, and I design and build restaurants. One thing that I've discovered, being in the building business majority of my adult life, I like to stay on the cutting edge of technology in the building business. And I recently ran into a process for insulating your home that's very intriguing to me. First step is they take all the existing insulation out of your house. Then they seal everything from insects and varmints and rodents. And then they spray the rafters with a foam insulation that totally encapsulates the entire house. It's very unique. Today we're here to show you the first step in the process, which is the actual old insulation removal. We have Rick Rosemont here today.
Hey, Bruce.
To explain to us step by step how this process starts.
Well, Bruce, it's important that in order for the foam encapsulation to work properly, that we remove the old insulation so that attic will acclimate down to within 5 to 10 degrees of the temperature inside the home all year long. These vacuums will suck out the old insulation, will sanitize the floor before foam encapsulation can begin.
So it looks like the process has started.
Foam encapsulation is where we remove the standard traditional insulation, the old fiberglass, rock wool, cellulose that you would normally find on an attic floor. We vacuum that out, sanitize the attic, clean it, and basically we're starting from scratch. We're installing spray foam on the roof rather than the old traditional method. There's 4 things that foam encapsulation will give you that radiant barrier cannot give you. One is a clean attic floor. All the old insulation, fiberglass, rock wool, what have you, is gone. The second thing is a climate-controlled attic. Now, instead of outside air temperature in your attic, foam gives you essentially indoor temperature. The third is foam is a sound barrier. So foam encapsulation does make your home quieter from exterior noises. But the fourth, and the greatest thing in my book, is fire protection. There may be other solutions that are more economical that could do what you're trying to accomplish. It's just through that evaluation where we can come in, spend time not only looking at your home, but answering questions that really empower you to make the right decision for your home, because that's, in my book, what it's all about. The foam encapsulation to me is like the Cadillac. It brings that attic temperature under control throughout the entire year. It basically captures back your attic for you.
Well, Energy Saving Crew has now completed their task. They're cleaning up. Everything's gone from the attic. I want to introduce Chris Swansea. Phase 2 starts tomorrow. Chris, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Yes, I've checked the attic. Everything's cleaned out.
Good.
Energy Saving Crew did a great job cleaning everything. We're ready to spray some foam tomorrow.
Great. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, I have a lot of things to do here at the Toulouse Bistro site at Legacy West. We're going to call this a wrap. Stay tuned for next month's show and watch this new entire insulation process for your home unfold.
I like that. We've learned something new, encapsulating the home. It is the state of things to come. And speaking of the state of things past, how about Micah from Impressive Geo Designs?
Thank you, Jocelyn. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite gemstones, labradorite. Now, labradorite is a fantastic stone known for its unusual iridescence. As you change your perspective, you're greeted with flashes of spectral colors, golds and greens and blues. Eskimos tell of a story, a legend, about a wandering Eskimo warrior who was traveling along the coast of Labrador, Canada, and he came across these stones of labradorite. And upon seeing them, with a mighty thrust of his spear, he struck the stones, and upon doing so, released the northern lights into the sky. And that is how they believe the aurora borealis came to be. And the lights that remain trapped, well, that's the iridescence or labradorescence that we see today. Fantastic story. Here we have a rather unique piece of decor. It's a table composed of different shards of labradorite. As you change your perspective, you see the different spectral colors dancing across the surface of this table. It's a truly stunning work of art. Take a look at the size of these magnificent gemstones. They range from small to grand. This is one of our beautiful lamps, fantastically displaying that aurora borealis effect. That's it for today, Jocelyn. Next time we're going to be talking about pyrite, also known as fool's gold. And if you'd like to see more, visit our showroom or go to ImpressiveGeoDesigns.com.
Love decorating with nature's bounty. And you're going to love the next segment if you worry about your skin. I do, and I use these products from Hana Azul. Myung has a patented skincare line, and Sovis 5 is the key to it all, and you can do it at home.
At Hana Azul, we love offering our skincare therapies, but we cannot stress enough how important it is to take care of your skin at home. We prefer our clients to come in for their skincare regimen because everybody's skin type is different. We can't recommend the same skincare products for everybody. What we like to do is identify the problems in your skin and find a solution to help you achieve your goals. At Hana Azul, we specifically customize a skincare regimen for your skin type. The at-home procedure involves a morning and night protocol, and the first step will be the firming cleanser. It's great for exfoliation and removing all makeup residue, as well as dirt and oil. Our second step will be the pH freshener, which helps to balance the pH in your skin, as well as keeping your skin firm and tight. It also acts as a natural antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. Our 30/70 serum is basically like a multivitamin for your face. It's got lots of vitamin C, and it will also help reverse any sun damage or aging on your skin, as well as rebuilding your skin tissue from the inside out. Our Firming Youth Serum helps to provide your skin with ultimate hydration. It allows your skin's water molecules to hold on to its moisture levels up to 1,000 times. This will help to plump up your skin and keep it moist. Kerderm is our anti-aging moisturizer. It's got all your vitamins A, B, C, D, E, and K, and aloe vera. This will help to nourish your skin as well as giving it all the anti-aging benefits. The Wrinkle Cream is excellent for under the eyes and the neck area. You may also use it all over the face. It's got green tea extract and cucumber, so it's great for dark circles or puffiness under the eyes. Another great thing is it's got ginseng extract, which is a natural muscle relaxant. It will help to smooth and relax the wrinkles that we have under the eyes, around the neck, and around the mouth. Our Vita-C SPF 30 sunscreen is all organic, and it helps to protect you from the UVA, UVB, and UVC rays. The best part of our Hana Azul products is that it's accumulative, which means that even if you were to stop using our products 6 months from now, your skin will still be better than when it started.
My thanks to all of the folks who were part of today's show, and my thanks to you for joining us. Hope you had as much fun watching as we had doing it. This month, Home to Me is a haven for the soul and the body. We'll see you next month on the second Sunday, October 8th.